So you're working with buyers. You're a real estate agent working with buyers, and you're wondering, what can I tell these buyers to make sure that their experience is a lot better? Well, in this video, we're going to go over the biggest mistakes that buyers make when they are purchasing real estate. So stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with LPT Realty, coming at you with some more information to help build your career and build the way that you do business. Now, I've been through it all. I've been that single agent, the buyer's agent, listing agent, the operations manager, now team lead, and in several different states and different brokerages. So I've been through it all. So learn from me vicariously through me so that I can help you make the best decision moving forward. They always say that you're the sum of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. Let me be one of those voices to help you get to the next part of your career. So let's get into buyers. Man, there's a lot of different things when we talk about working with buyers. Absolutely love, that time with them and building and cultivating that whole experience with them. But if you haven't done a deal or you've done a little and they've just been such a headache, you're wondering why, well, this is the video to kind of help you out with that, of what you can do to kind of set their mind and how to get them through this deal the best way that you can make. Okay, so there's 5 that we're going to go through today. All right, so first, big mistake that buyers make is that they're looking at homes without knowing how much they can afford. That's terrible. And we as agents should not be facilitating that either, right? So if they go in and give you a call, hey, let's go see this house. And you're like, yes, stranger, I'll go out and meet you right there. You're kind of enabling this and you're only doing a disservice to them. So even if they're like, oh, I'm certain I can afford it, unless they got something, they've got the money in the bank to support that and they're going to pay cash, I would always suggest, hey, let's slow down. Let's at least get you in contact. Here's some lenders that I trust or my brokers trust. Here are some items to help you know what you're getting into. Because there's nothing worse than getting somebody, even if they can afford it, right? Or they think that they can. And you're super excited and they're like, I love this home. Let's put in a home. Let's put in let's put in an offer right now. Okay, and you go in, you negotiate, you get a great deal, and then they apply for the loan after the fact. And then they come back and go, hey, I know you put this in for $400, and it was a great deal, but you can only afford $350. It's just emotionally debilitating, and I would hate to put a buyer through that, or you as the agent. So yes, make sure that they are pre-qualified with a lender or they have the cash prior to looking. Okay, save yourself and them some emotional trauma. Number 2 is make sure that the family is on the same page. And when I talk about this, I want to kind of reiterate that it doesn't have to be family that is a decision maker in purchasing real estate. It could be a best friend, right? It could be extended family. It could be a mother-in-law. It could be anybody, okay? Make sure that all the decision makers are on the same page. The best way to do that is to sit down with them or get on the phone and go over what they're looking for. We on our team call it a buyer's consult. And then we have a structured thing that we go over. And typically we like to do it via Zoom or in person just so that we can make that connection. Remember, your job as an agent is to make that actual connection, that interpersonal connection that you need. So make sure that you can do that all parties are on the same page. I can tell you from experience that I've had a consult with a buyer and their spouse wasn't there. This is recent. Their spouse wasn't there. It was perfect. They were happy. They were ready to go. And I never heard from them again, because the spouse wasn't there for me to build that rapport. And again, stranger danger, whatever, okay? So make sure you're doing that. Number 3, those buyers not knowing their timeline. Okay, not knowing their timeline, not having any urgency is what we use on our team. They don't have any urgency. You could be working with this person for 3 years, and yeah, they may buy, But was it worth 3 years of your time and stress over that one buyer? Probably not. So make sure that you figure out what that timeline is, what that urgency is, and then, wait until they're ready to pull the trigger so that you don't waste their time and they're not wasting yours, right? So make sure that they know their timeline. It can be so frustrating for buyers and just an emotional turmoil of, I think I'm ready, I'm not ready, I think I'm ready. Okay, make sure that they have a timeline and why they're purchasing behind that. Number 4 is not knowing how the process works. I can't tell you how many times I've been on the phone talking to an agent and they're like, I can't handle this buyer. It's so bad. It's so stressful. I'm like, okay, well, did you take the time to talk to them about what to anticipate for this entire thing? Well, no, I just figured that, they would know. How would they know? Through HGTV? Like, you just figure that the buyers know the process? No, that's not true. You need to sit down with them and explain, this is what to anticipate. Not only that, you can sit them down and tell them how you're going to work. And tell them like, hey, I don't take phone calls at 11 p.m. at night if you call me, all right? Especially if you're not under contract. I have time with my family and this is my family time. Set those expectations, right? Set all the things there and let them know how the process works as well, so that they're not calling you going, I don't know what's going on in my deal, right? This is the biggest purchase that most of these people will ever make in their life, okay? And they're gonna get pretty nervous about that, but it is your job to help them and support them. And the way to do that is by educating them. So make sure that you do that and that they know the process and how you work. And that way you'll be doing yourself and them the service that they need. The last but not least is number 5, and this is one of my favorite ones. Unrealistic expectations. I don't know how many times when they'll go in and they'll be like, oh yeah, the market's gonna drop, or I'm gonna do this and that. It's based off of nothing, based off of something that they heard at work or saw on social media. That's not true at all. Okay, having unrealistic expectations is that they're gonna call you and you're gonna jump out of your seat and go show them, regardless of whatever you're doing during dinner time, time with your family, whatever's important to you over all the way throughout the weekend, evening, mornings. They expect you to be there at the beck and call. Not only that, but market expectations. Oh man, 200,000 is going to get me this beautiful condo on the beach. We're in that sort of market here. Be like, yeah, if I found that, I would have bought it. That's not a real thing, right? But showing them what their money can go for and what the realistic expectations are, especially when it comes to investors, the type of property, all the different things. So setting down and getting them and having those talks prior to actually working with them is a huge, huge game changer. So just to kind of recap, if you take the time to educate and inform your buyers, this will really, really save them some stress and you some stress all the way out, and be able for you to do more business by taking control of your business. So if you take anything away from that, at least do yourself a favor, make sure that your buyers are pre-qualified. Make sure that they are emotionally ready, and you won't know until you talk to them. Make sure you talk to all those people, okay? And that they have some sort of urgency. So you're not showing them houses for 3 years before they buy it or not buy it all. Okay, if they hit those 3 things, then it is a buyer that you want to work with. And know that you're not forced to work with any buyers, especially as a 1099. If you're a W-2, it might be something different. But as a 1099, don't work with somebody you're not feeling comfortable with, and make sure to continue to build your business the way that you want to do business. But again, I'm Tim Nabor. I'm with LPT Realty, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care.